Capybara Chronicles Sea Adventures. Story 12. Return home with the Song of the Sea. The ship's sea stars smoothly cut through the ocean. Its sails, illuminated by the soft morning light, caught the gentle breeze. The Capybara family stood on the deck, enjoying a rare moment of peace. The outlines of their home shore were already visible on the horizon, and each heart was filled with warmth at the thought of returning home.
What an amazing journey, Lena said, looking at the sea's surface.
We've experienced so much, learned so much, Bob, holding a map in his paws, smiled.
And we've learned a lot. And more importantly, we've become stronger. Now we understand how important the magic of the ocean is, and we know how to protect it. Tika jumped in place. But it's still nice to return home.
I hope there's a big pie, or two waiting for us. Mama Bear laughed, hugging him.
Of course, Tika. But don't forget that the main thing is that we're always together.
The wind picked up. Its gusts carried with them a light scent of salt and freshness. The air was filled with a quiet sound, as if the ocean was whispering its ancient and farewell melody, full of memories of waves and depths. The line that now disappeared over the horizon enveloped the water with a soft silvery glow, leaving a path, as if inviting to follow its light into the unknown. It sounds like music, Tico said, listening intently. Is the ocean singing? The ocean has always sung, smiled Papa Capybara. His gaze was filled with wisdom. We just learned to hear it. The ship began to slow down as it approached the shore. There was a special magic in the air that reminded the family of every trial they had gone through. The glowing crystal on the helm shimmered as if bidding them farewell, but its light became softer, as if reminding them that it was now always a part of their story. When the ship anchored at the familiar shore, the Capybara family joyfully noticed their friends rushing to meet them. The hedgehog, out of breath, was the first to reach the water's edge. His little paws waved in the air and the voice called out loudly,
"Welcome home!"
The squirrel, a little behind, carried a basket of berries and nuts. Her eyes shone with joy.
We were so worried about you. You'll tell us everything, won't you?
Even the owl, usually reserved and wise, looked unusually lively. He flapped his wings and coming closer spoke with a slight smile.
You have returned not just as travelers, but as heroes. Your deeds will be told in stories for many years to come.
Papa Capybara, shaking the hedgehog's paw, replied,
We both are glad to be back.
This journey was not easy, but the main thing is we are home again. Tika immediately jumped up and began enthusiastically recounting the whirlwinds, ruins, and the water serpent. Alina and Bob occasionally added details, describing their adventures, so vividly that their friends' eyes were alight with curiosity. The hedgehog nodded with respect.
You look like you've been through something great.
Indeed we have, replied Papa Capybara, shaking his paw.
But the most important thing, we kept each other safe and found what gives us the strength to keep moving forward.
In the evening, the whole village gathered for a feast in honor of the Capybara family's return. On the large table were dishes of fruits and nuts, and in the center stood a huge pie that elicited a joyful shout from Tick. The owl, raising a wing, caught everyone's attention.
Today we celebrate not only the return of our friends, but also their feat. They protected our ocean and showed that unity and courage can work wonders.
To the family Capybara, everyone raised their cups of juice and shouted in unison, To the Capybara. Later, as the noise of the celebration began to fade and stars lit up the sky, the village was enveloped in tranquility. The Capybara family sat by the campfire, enjoying the warmth of the fire and the soft light of the moon. The fire crackled, casting shadows on the faces of the Capybara, who looked relaxed and peaceful after all their trials. Tika, yawning and rubbing his eyes with his paw, cozily settled on Mama Bara's lap, hugging her. Bob slowly shuffled the cards, as if recalling the details of their adventure. Alina gazed at the stars, whispering something about their connection to the sea. Papa Capybara silently watched the fire. His gaze was full of gratitude for returning home.
Do you think? Is everything okay with the ocean now? Tika asked in a sleepy voice.
Papa Capybara, thoughtfully looking at the fire, replied,
For a while, yes. But the ocean, like our lives, is constantly changing. Perhaps one day we will have to set out again. If it calls us.
Lena smiled, looking at the stars.
Akka, let's listen to its music.
It will always be with us. The family fell silent, enjoying the moment. Their journey had come to an end for the moment. Somewhere in the distance, the ocean whispered its stories, full of mysteries and secrets, as if reminding that it holds not only memories of the past, but also promises of new discoveries for those ready for new adventures.